Yo, what's going on, ladies and gents? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today we are once again back on Warzone Season 1, and I wanted to share with you guys the best class setup for the brand new MAC-10 submachine gun, one of the most overpowered weapons in the game, and personally, one of my favorite to use. I'm sure you guys have seen this thing all over YouTube, all over Twitch, and rightfully so. It is a god weapon. I've seen a lot of good class setups. I've seen a lot of bad class setups, but I've been spending the entire day leveling this thing up, trying to figure out what the best attachments are specifically for Warzone. So what you guys are watching right now is me demonstrate what this specific class setup that I'm about to share with you plays like in a game. We're playing Plunder mainly because it's easier to get some kills to give you guys clips, but also because there's currently an invisibility glitch in the game, and it's very, very difficult to run into a lobby where someone's not doing it. So what you guys are watching is just some clips with this MAC-10 setup. So hopefully you guys like this video. So without further ado, let's jump into the attachments. Now keep in mind, guys, this is built to be exactly like an MP5 slash, R9 shotgun secondary. We want to be able to move really quick. We want to be able to pack a punch from close range, and that is exactly what this class setup is going to do. We've got fantastic mobility, great hip fire accuracy, sprint to fire speed, ADS. You guys know the whole 9 yards, but let's jump into these actual attachments. So the muzzle that we're going to be using is the Muzzle Brake 9. The reason we're using this is for the vertical recoil control. With a lot of the weapons, it doesn't really matter too much, but with this one specifically, it's got horrible vertical recoil. So by running this muzzle brake, it'll be a very noticeable difference in how easier it is to aim with this thing. So the Muzzle Brake 9, obviously no cons, is a great muzzle to rock with. Now, we're not going to be using a barrel. I've seen a lot of people putting on a barrel on their MAC-10 class setups, but if you remember back with the MP5, we kept the barrel off because we're really not focused on distance with this thing. This is meant to be a secondary that you're going to play really fast, really aggressive with, and most of your gunfights are going to be from up close and personal, in buildings, through doorways, jumping in windows, you guys know. So we don't really care too much about that range. So we're going to leave the barrel off and use that attachment elsewhere. Now, the laser that we're using is the steady aim laser. There's a lot of different lasers that you can use, but I think the steady aim laser is the best one to go with because obviously you're getting that hip fire accuracy, which is going to be important with your SMG, but you're not losing anything. There's no cons here, which is fantastic, and that's really what we want. Some people like using that 5MW laser. However, in the Cold War game, not only do you just gain the hip fire accuracy, but you lose ADS speed, which we don't want to do on an aggressive class setup that's meant to be a close range only. So we're going to stick with the steady aim laser, and that's the laser that we're using here. Now, we're not going to be using an optic. As most of you guys know, it's really not necessary to have that on as your secondary in Warzone, since most of your gunfights are going to be from pretty much point blank range or just a couple feet away. I've been playing around a lot with the mill stop reflex, which I think is really enjoyable and helps the gun do a little bit better from longer range. But again, we're not focused on the range here, so we're going to leave the optic off. Now, the stock that we're using is the wire stock. I pretty much agree with this with everyone else's class setups. Everyone that I've seen so far is adding the wire stock and going through all the different stocks that you can use. This is probably your best bet because you're getting the sprint to fire speed, which is pretty important with your SMG, and you're not losing anything. A few of the other stocks, for example, the no stock is one that was very popular with the Modern Warfare weapons, but in this game, you're losing hip fire accuracy, which is really, really weird with the no stock, but we don't want to lose that since obviously a lot of our gunfights, we're going to need that hip fire accuracy. So we're just going to stick with the wire stock. We still get fantastic mobility and movement speed, so the wire stock is a great option to go with here. Now, we're not going to be using an underbarrel, which is kind of unique here. I decided to take the underbarrel off because, like I said, I'm not too focused on the range of this weapon. The foregrip seems like a good option with the horizontal recoil control and no con, but the main problem with this MAC-10 is vertical recoil control. So the horizontal doesn't make too much of a difference. So I think it's best to leave the underbarrel off. We can use this attachment a little bit later on. So the ammunition that we're going to be rocking with is the Salvo 53 round fast mag. Now, unfortunately, you have to get to level 51 with this MAC-10 to get this, so you guys are gonna have to grind it out if you don't have the levels yet, but I definitely think it's worth using because you're getting the magazine ammo capacity, the reload quickness, the max starting ammo, as well as the ammo capacity. The only con here is aim down sight speed, which isn't a big deal because all of the ammo pretty much has aim down sight speed as a con. So the Salvo 53 round fast mag, a fantastic ammunition to run here. And last but not least, the rear grip that we're using is the SASR ADSR Jungle Grip. This is great because we're getting the ADS speed from the ADS speed that we're losing with the ammunition. We're also getting flinch resistance, which makes a huge difference with these SMGs. If you guys think a lot of the times you're getting in these gunfights up close, you know, they're shooting you, you're shooting them. With the flinch resistance, it's going to help you keep your accuracy on point, which is why you're getting a really nice boost to accuracy here, not just the mobility. So the flinch resistance actually plays a pretty big role with this attachment. The only con here is sprint to fire time, which we're actually making up for with a lot of the other attachments. So again, the SASR Jungle Grip rear grip. But I'll give you guys one last look at all the stats and attachments that come with this specific weapon. Again, focusing mainly on mobility, also giving us a really nice boost to accuracy and control. A great MAC-10 class setup to use. I've been enjoying myself significantly with this, so hopefully you guys are able to take this and do really well with it. If you guys have any questions or anything else to add about this specific MAC-10 Warzone class setup, please make sure to leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure to get back to you as quickly as I can. But I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see all you guys in the next video.